Critical hit Punch All Nazis takes place in the early days of World War II and combines high adventure with cosmic horror. All dates, locations, and historical events are thrown out the window in order to create a fun story, so don't put too much thought into historical inaccuracies. All accents are done poorly, but with love, and no disrespect is intended. Last time
on Critical Hit.
I believe a load-bearing wall prevented a lot of the building coming down on it.
No, the waitress.
I mean, she wasn't that bad.
I think this would be Antoine's address.
Yes, his name is Antoine. One of the crew members locks it, and the handle comes off in his hand.
Uh-oh.
And he just looks at you and goes, "Bloody gremlins." This is your captain speaking. We are currently flying 20,000 feet in the air. Our destination to Paris will be 2.5 hours. We shouldn't have too much turbulence, but we think there might be a few storms on the horizon, but we don't expect any other problems. So thank you for joining us. This is your captain. You guys are flying in the cargo area of this plane. Blisco, what are you doing? Have you flown in a plane like this before?
Is it a military cargo plane?
Yeah, this is a military. This is a British cargo plane.
Maybe.
What planes have you flown in?
Probably basically any American plane that they would let me.
So what's your reaction? What are you doing while you're flying 20,000 feet in this plane?
Basically just trying to get a look at the inner workings. There's the interesting part of planes for Blisco is not like he can't take a look at the interesting part while it's up in the air.
Right.
like so he's sitting there just kind of checking everything out, probably focused on the pilots more than anything else. And
okay. All right, so you're up by the cockpit talking to the pilots as they're flying?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that you're interested in seeing or asking while we're in the air? There's a little bit of turbulence. You guys shake around a little bit. Boom, 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 boom.
Probably be asking technical questions that Rob doesn't have the information for, but Blisco definitely does.
Okay. So the pilot will definitely answer any questions that you have that he can. Occasionally when you hit pockets of turbulence or you hit some darker clouds. I mean, this is night when you guys are flying out by the time that you get to the airbase in France and then you're flying to Paris. It's dark. So, there is some bumping and jostling that's going around as you're going through the clouds. And but he'll answer your questions. But when it gets to those points, he gets very quiet and very tense because he needs to concentrate. But other than that, you get any questions that you answer. Roll an insight plus vehicles for me. A D1 on this.
Aircraft specifically?
Sure.
Cool. My focus is a 5. That's one of my focuses.
What do you like, less 16 or something?
Less than 15. Insight is not quite my highest.
Okay. 2 successes. Very good. So the nice thing is, even though you have been in a couple of other planes, you've been in a lot of smaller planes, obviously, you pretty much kind of know what these controls do. You know what the pilot's stick is doing. You kind of know what some of the instruments are, maybe not all of them, but you can see where the altimeter is and your gas gauge and your RPMs. Everything else probably to you is not that important. Rodrigo, what is Dutch doing while you guys are flying?
Dutch probably is Dutch probably got a hold of a newspaper in like what, like
Yeah, in the small
southern
Belgian
France?
town. Yeah, so we're in France. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he got one from the Belgian town, but probably like some southern France newspaper, and is just going through it, trying to trying to suss out if there's anything that could be relevant that's been happening. And also, although reading on a plane is not great for this, trying to keep it all down.
Okay, why don't you then roll a, I guess, brawn plus resilience D1 to see if you keep it down.
Okay.
Or maybe will plus resilience. That probably would be better.
Same score.
Yeah. Oh. You are able to keep it down.
Okay.
Without any problems. But yes, probably reading. So the light is dim. That's not like super bright lights in here in the cockpit. But there are dim lights that run along the inside of the cargo area so that you can see there's boxes stacked up here and there that are strapped down. And the places where you are all seated, you have windows beside you, so you can look out into the night if you want. And yes, you can see, if you do, some storm clouds off in the distance and some lightning. It's not a super comfortable place to sit because this is just a cargo mission that you guys were able to jump on. But yeah, you're able to sit and read in the dim light of the plane.
Okay.
Valentino, what are you doing?
Is there any windows in the cargo hold?
Yeah, there's windows, so you can see out. You can see out along the edge of the wing. You can look down and you can see the countryside, and you can see some small towns with towns that would have electricity. You can see that they are lit up. Other towns, you can maybe just barely make out the shapes of them as you're flying over.
He's probably rearranged or moved some crates to basically make himself a seat. Got his legs kicked up on some and sitting on another, and just has his arms folded and is just kind of scowling out the window as clouds and scenery pass by.
Okay. And then finally, Doc, what are you doing? Plane's rocking just a little bit.
Yeah, Doc could not give a scat about any of the plane parts. So would there be any place where there's like the cargo, like the netting on the wall or something?
No, there's no netting. This stuff is like just strapped down.
All right. So he's probably going to try and find a place where he's actually kind of in between two strapped down things and try and actually sleep.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll an agility plus resilience?
Man, I'm from Arkham.
Difficulty 1.
I can sleep through the literal devil. And I have. Difficulty 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Crud. Let me try that again. Please do not judge me. There we go. 2 successes.
Right.
2 failures. Because I'm going the wrong direction.
2 failures. So yeah, it is very hard. You're dipping at this point. It's going to be impossible to sleep because the plane is dipping and starting to tilt to one side. At times, I don't know how often your character has flown in a plane, but at times it sounds like the engine is, kind of sputtering a little bit and then picking back up. It is not conducive to sleep, so you are unable to sleep. Valentino, roll me an insight plus observation. Yeah, insight plus observation, please, because you're looking out the window.
Something on the wing.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so 2 successes. You have 2 successes.
You did the same thing I did.
Yeah, alligator mouth wrong.
So it's interesting. At one of the times where the wing, the plane kind of tilts to the side, pitches to the side, and kind of corrects itself, you look out just as there is a lightning bolt flashing across the sky. And it looks like there is something out there.
Hey, fellas. Given what been happening in the city back there, I don't know how reliable our perceptions may be, but I can swear that there's something out there.
Let me see.
I'll look too.
All right. So you all
Also,
three of you,
Like crowd around the
tiny window.
porthole.
the
might also
porthole.
point out I do have a focus with my 5 observation with sight. So
Okay. So I'll add another.
Actually, both of those would have clicked. So
yeah. Heck yeah.
that's fine. Yeah. So you're all crowding around, and as you see the some shape out on the wing, it definitely looks like a body, and it's hard to tell what it's doing, but it's big. It's kind of thinnish. It has what looks like, its face, as it comes off the face, these horns curl back. It's got these huge wings. So I don't know if you've ever seen a bird with horns before, but this does not look like a bird. In fact, it's got a big whippy tail. And as the three of you crowd around the window, it turns to look at you, and it got no face. It's just skin stretched over the head where the face would be, curling back into these horns, and it's spotted you, and it's starting to move towards you. We will enter combat, and player gets to go first. Who would like to go first?
Oh, the thing's moving.
Yeah, the plane is moving. Yes.
No, the monster on the map.
Yes, the monster on the map
is animated, and that bothers me for no good reason.
Oh, good. Then the extra $2 was worth it.
This is.
I don't like it.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
I'll go first.
All right. What would you like to do?
Is the window, is it sealed, like a sealed window?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, they wouldn't have an open window.
Right, but is there like a door or an entryway on that side of the bird?
No, the doorway would be on the bottom part of the map, by the wing, just over the top of the wing. Over here in this area would be where the door would be.
That's where the door would be. Okay.
Yep.
So it's not going to be able to just like walk over, open a door, and eat our faces.
I mean, maybe.
I'm going to run up to the cockpit and tell the pilot, there's something on the wing.
Okay, so you would need to roll an agility plus athletics.
Okay.
To get up to, the plane is really rocking.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to make your way up a full zone. So it's going to cost a full movement to get up to the cockpit where Blisco is at.
I'm going to run up, and I'm going to get 2 successes. And I'm going to go, boom, 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 boom. Something on the wing.
What?
There's something on the wing.
And the pilot's trying to look out, and he can't see anything. Obviously, the line of sight to where that creature is at. He can't see anything. He's like, ha, ha, ha. Yes, I know, gremlins. Please go back and sit down.
It's not a rib.
Please, I'm trying to fly.
There's something on the wing.
Okay, you have shared the information with the pilot.
Yep.
It is now the creature's turn.
Oh.
And the creature moves up to where you are at, and it extends its hand over the fuselage, and you can tell that there are these long talons on the fingertips, and it grabs the side of the fuselage and just slashes an opening.
Oh,
it is now partially in the plane.
You're a monster.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
All right. What would you like to do?
Carlos will take a step back.
Okay.
And then draw his pistol and take a shot at it.
All right. Please do a for fighting, for a ranged attack, coordination plus fighting. This is because you are rocking, a difficulty of 2 because you're in the plane.
What happened?
I have no idea. You could just roll your. You could just roll the number.
Let me roll it normal style.
Yeah.
Trying to meet you where you live, game.
I know, right? Unfortunately, I'm not sure. I mean, we could look and see what that resulted in. Oh yeah, that resulted in the roll that you did was a 20 and a 16.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine if we can tell what the roll is.
Yeah, if you just hover over it, so I can tell the red box is nothing good because it's red. So that was the 20. So that's a complication.
Man, I am just the complication king in this game.
And the 16 is failure, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are about to fire, and again, the plane hits another pocket of turbulence, and your shot goes wild. Blisco can feel the bullet whiz past his ear, and then the pilot just leans forward on the controls, and the plane starts to dive.
And that's a complication.
That is a complication. The complication is you have hit the pilot.
Oh, no.
I definitely don't know that yet.
No, but with the plane dipping suddenly and some of the cargo is starting to shift towards you, you know something is going on. Who would like to go next?
I would.
All right.
Yes, please.
All right, Blisco.
Move the pilot out of the way and grab the stick.
All right. You might. I don't know if this is going to be of any import in this, but if you get into the player's guide on page 120, it talks about piloting. It's pretty much coordination plus vehicles, D2.
I was hoping it would be that.
Yep. So basically all of your piloting stuff is going to be coordination plus vehicles.
Yeah. Wow.
1 success.
Wow.
Yowza.
You are able to pull the pilot aside and get into the pilot's seat. But a moment ago when you were like, oh, yeah, I know what all these buttons and dials and things do. Yeah. You suddenly are panicking and you're like, I don't know if I know what all of this stuff does. You know what the stick does.
I'm not a pilot. I'm a mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You know, if you pull the stick back, you may level out, but you've used your turn. Who is going next? Oh, so that just leaves Valentino.
I guess I'll just start shooting where the thing's at.
Okay. All right. So again,
be damned.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now the hole's. I mean, there's already a breach in the hull because it just ripped a big hole in it. So coordination plus fighting D2.
Hey, a success.
1 success.
Yeah, just 1.
All right. You needed 2.
Yep. Okay. That's
all right. So again, the plane is rocking, and the shot kind of goes wild, and the creature just kind of looks at you. I need everyone to do a will plus resilience test, difficulty of 1.
Oh, lame. 18-19. That's
also,
hey.
Yeah.
Who did it?
So Doc gets 2 successes. Blisco gets a success. Brian, you got 0 successes?
0 successes. I rolled an 18 and a 19, which is
right,
not great on a roll under system.
All right.
That sounds like a Brian roll.
And then
right. I did that thing again, but okay. I got 1 success.
That's fine. So, Brian, you need to take 1, 2, 3 points of damage, mental stress. One of those is piercing. So even if you have any armor, one of those has to go through.
Yeah, I do have 1 courage. So, okay. Would it still block one of the other 2 or no?
What do you have? 1 point in courage?
Yeah.
No, it would. All of it would go through.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Then I got it down.
All right. Okay. So the creature moves forward and it is going to take a swipe at Valentino. This is a hand-to-hand combat, which means we both roll agility plus fighting, and it's a D1.
Take a momentum. Or not.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you had 0 successes? Okay, well, I've got to roll 2 because in hand-to-hand we have opposing ones. I have 1 success, so my attack will go through.
Oh no.
And two hits, two physical damage on you.
Okay.
And that is the creature's turn.
Good amount of stress going on here.
Yeah. So this creature, just to kind of give you a little bit of insight, certainly shooting it with guns is great. You can also, if you need to engage in a fisticuffs with it, you can also fight it hand to hand. But who would like to go now? The plane is diving.
I'm gonna take a momentum.
Okay, go ahead. And do you want to also use aim? Don't you have handguns as a thing?
I do have handguns as a focus.
Okay.
So yeah, if I'm not moving, then I can aim, right?
Yep.
So does that mean that
So with the aim, you can
I can reroll
1 die.
Okay. So I got 3d20, and then it's coordination plus fighting, right?
Correct. And this is a D2.
2 successes.
Nice. 2 successes. You succeed. So roll your damage, which would be four. Go ahead.
Can I reroll that 14? Is that something like, would that be advisable?
If you want, yeah. Go ahead. You used aim, so it's. I mean, the only thing that can happen is you get a 20.
Yeah, I get another complication. Complication. Let's go.
No,
you get or the other end.
2 more successes. Great. So that will get another point of momentum back for everybody. Or no, 2 points of momentum back. So I was looking up in the rules. The team cannot have more than 8 momentum at any time.
Okay.
So you're capped out at your momentum right now.
Got it.
We gotta spend it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dutch, his first shot went wild because he was scared, but he'll take a step back, steady his breath, and then take a moment to aim and take a shot, and hopefully it gets in.
Okay.
How much? What do I roll?
4d6.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that's what your handgun is. Yeah, 4d6.
Okay.
Wow, 6. All right. The creature, you definitely hit the creature, and it definitely does not like it.
Good. All right, I'm done.
All right. Who is next?
I will.
All right, Blisco.
Spending 3 momentum adds 2 dice, right?
Spending 3 momentum adds 2 dice, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll do that. We'll continue trying to right the plane.
Okay.
Well,
you got your 2 successes.
I got anything under my focus is 2
5.
successes,
So,
right? So that's 4 successes.
4 successes.
So, I got 2 of the 3 momentum back.
You did. But you also rolled a 20, which is a complication.
We're just ignoring that part.
You definitely realize, oh, hey, I know that I pull back the stick, the plane goes up, and that's how I can level us out. And the engines are really whining. And you pull back on the stick, and it's a little hard, and you pull too much, and now you are going almost straight up. So now you're going back the other way. You're in a deep climb as cargo once again starts to shift, and everybody kind of shifts a little bit
I didn't even see the
in where
cargo
they're
shifting
at
the first time.
Yeah.
I did not zoom out far enough for this map.
Yeah, this was a big map. In order to give you guys any room on this thing, this ended up being a big map. So sorry.
No, it was fine. I just didn't realize it was there. It was like, all right, everybody's right here. Cool. Like, let's focus in. Oh, there's stuff moving around back there.
Yeah.
They got a twit tank back there.
Who is next?
I am next.
All right, Doc.
All right. You see that crowbar on the wall?
Okay.
I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to try and brain this creature with it.
All right. So you're going to do a move and an attack. So that'll put you right next to the creature. You need to do an agility plus fighting.
Okay.
Again, D2.
Okay. Agility and fighting and the thing and the thing and the thing. Can I use some momentum?
You can use some momentum, of course.
I think it's a good idea to use some momentum. So if I use 1 momentum, I get an extra die, yes?
Right.
Okay.
And if you spend 3 momentum, you get 2 extra dice.
What if I spend 4 momentum?
No, it goes up more than that.
Yeah.
So it's 1, then 2, then 3. So the next...
You have to spend 5 dice total in order to get 5 dice that you can roll.
Yeah.
So if I spend 3 momentum of our 7, I would get 4 dice.
No.
Four dice total.
2 dice.
4 dice. Okay, so I currently have 2.
Yep.
I think I will do that because this is a big swing, literally.
Okay.
Pow.
Well, you have 2 successes. I'm not going to count it on this one because the creature whiffed and missed, didn't block the attack because you were coming up from behind. But technically, as that difficulty range increases, so does the complication range. So because it was a D2, the 19 would technically be a complication. But because the creature had his back turned toward you, you can hit it. And I don't know what a crowbar is, but let's just let you have a 4d6 on this.
Okay. Just a big old thump.
Yep, a big old thump on its back or its head or whatever. Those horns may be blocking a little bit of its head because of the way it curls around.
5.
All right. You hit it for sure.
Is it dead?
No.
Is it bleeding?
No.
Does it have any type of damage from being hit?
I mean, yes. It has got damage from being hit and being shot.
Okay,
you hit it right in the eye socket that it doesn't have.
So it's not like no selling all of our offense. Got it.
No, but it didn't take as much damage as you think it was going to take from a crowbar there.
Does it make noise?
It is not making any noise. It is very quiet.
Oh, that's even eerie.
I mean, it has no mouth, so it cannot scream.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Harlan. That will be all.
All right. So I think the only one that's left is Valentino.
Yep.
How are you doing on health and everything? How's your stress track?
About half full.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got 5 spots available.
Okay. All right. What would you like to do?
Keep blasting at this thing.
All right, please, by all means. Also look on your gun. I do believe. Do you have? Oh, you don't have. What is the salvo attack?
Vicious.
Is that a? Oh, that's vicious.
Yeah, vicious. No,
there's
is the attack that we have.
Yeah, but isn't there a way to
like attack with a?
Yeah, you declare that you're doing a salvo attack, and basically you have to reload the next. Like you empty out your clip and you got to reload it.
Right.
So
I was looking to see if there was anything that you needed to do on that, like if you had to spend momentum or anything on that.
I believe all guns have 3 ammo, and you spend 1 of those ammo to do that.
Okay.
To use the salvo, and when you have 0 ammo, you have to reload.
Oh yeah. When you get to 0, you have to reload. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So still D2 on this.
I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 momentum.
Okay.
For an extra die. I will go ahead and spend another.
A fortune? Okay.
Yep. So I'll set one of those to a 1.
Okay. So 2 successes there. So you'll be able to hit it. And then you can roll 2 more dice and see if you get any more successes.
1 more success.
1 more success. So you'll get 1 momentum back.
Yeah. I think I will go ahead and spend the ammo as I just
unloading
into this thing.
Yeah. 4d6 this thing. You don't have any bonuses in coordination? Okay. Never mind, because I was looking to see if you could get some bonus dice out of that. So
insight and will is where I got my bonus dice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Are you shooting at it?
Plus effect. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So that insight bonus is for ranged attacks.
Oh
yeah. So add 1 more die onto that.
Yeah. Right. I forgot to add mine last turn.
Okay.
I actually got 2 bonus damage on.
Oh well, there you go. Look at Mr. Good Eyes over here.
So 2 more. 1 more damage.
So you're doing a total of, is it 6 damage here?
Yeah, 6 with the effect.
And then if it's vicious, each effect adds 1 more.
7.
So 7. Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, vicious, the attack or hazard is especially potent. Add +1 to the total stress inflicted for each effect rolled.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have definitely shot a bunch of bullets into this thing, and it doesn't like it, and it is going to swing out. It's going to swing out wide and attempt to hit Doc, who just hit it on the head with a crowbar, and so it slowly stands up to its full height. So it's brushing the top of the interior of the cargo area, and it just kind of looks down at you, and it swipes out with a hand attack. So we're going to do agility plus fighting once more.
Okay.
You need to roll your agility plus fighting.
Yep.
And it's a D2, so you need 2 successes.
I have 1 success.
All right. It had 2 successes, so it actually connects with you. It swipes back. It didn't like that at all. And you take 1, 2 physical. One of those has to go through. So if you have, so it's piercing. So I don't know if you have any armor.
I don't.
Okay, so both of those go through. So 2 physical damage.
So 2 stressertons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this thing is standing up. It swipes at you. It hits you. You probably get some scratches because it's got these long talons that it just used to rip through metal. So, it kind of rips across your chest and kind of shreds your clothes a little bit. At the same time, you hear this pow, 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 as Valentino unloads behind it. And you can just see lots of blood starting to come out of the holes that have been created in its shoulders and its neck where it got hit. And this is dark black, oozy, sticky blood. It's not like red blood that you have seen in your medical studies. This stuff looks gross and disgusting.
Ew.
We are at the top of the round, so who would like to go?
I'll go.
You're still all in a steep climb.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to take another shot at it. Yep, I'll just take another normal shot at it. We'll take 1 momentum.
Okay, D2.
So that takes me to a 3d20. Yep. Okay, here he goes. Oh, and I'd like to aim first.
Okay.
Since I'm not moving.
Yeah, that's fine. 2 successes.
2 successes.
And
we'll reroll the 14 and see if we get anything out of it. Another success, but this is right on my fighting thing, and I have a
nice
handguns focus. So do I get 2 successes?
2 successes off of that. Yep.
Okay.
Let's take your momentum up to 5.
Okay.
46 plus any bonus dice if you have any bonus dice.
Yep, I have a bonus die from Insight.
Yeah, so
I
5
believe.
6.
2, 3.
2, 3, 3. So this one, it hits it, but I think it's in so much pain that it doesn't feel anything on that hit.
Mm-hmm. Is this some sort of like armor type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Blisco.
Let's see if we can't get this right this time.
Okay.
We'll spend 1 momentum this time.
All right.
There
3
we go.
successes. Very good.
4 successes.
Very good. 4 successes because you've got the piloting or the aircrafts.
Vehicle focus aircraft.
Yeah. So you're able to this time level the plane off. And as you look, you can see that the altimeter has been bouncing around. You can, just based on as much diving and climbing that you've done, you have leveled back out. You are now flying at about 15,000 feet, a little bit lower than what you were supposed to be flying at, but I think you're going to be okay. Everything else looks good. At this point, it doesn't look like there are any warning lights or anything that are going off. So just by going off of altimeter plus the direction you were flying and and your ability to use the stick and the pedals to control your rudder and everything, you have control of the plane. Good job.
Yay.
You're not going to die in a plane crash.
Shouldn't have taken me 3 tries.
Yeah, you're not familiar with these big aircraft. So,
Yeah.
All right, who would like to go next?
Yeah, I can keep blasting it.
All right, Valentino, shoot it again.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 momentum.
Okay.
Get 4 dice. Here goes nothing. 3 successes.
All right, 3 successes. You only needed 2. So go ahead and roll some damage.
4 plus effect.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and burn another ammo.
So that'll take you up to 5.
6, I believe.
All right, yeah, you really hit it. You've got good aim. I mean, this thing's right in front of you, and you've got a gun pointed right at it. So would be very hard, I think, to miss at this point. But yeah, you've really hit it, and you can really start to see it bleed a little bit. It kind of stumbles back a little bit to where it's kind of in that opening area where it came through, and it's not happy. It's using its wings and its claws to keep itself from being sucked all the way out of the plane. So that leaves us up to Doc.
Tackle it.
When you say sucked out of the plane, is there like
there's a lot of wind. There's a lot of wind going by because you're going.
But is there like a hole that he could be sucked out?
I mean, he ripped a hole in the side of the plane to crawl in and get you.
Mm-hmm. Trying to like assess whether there's a way for me to try and like not push him, because obviously he's enormous, but somehow get him to be sucked out of the plane.
I think right now, if you were to hit it hard enough, it might lose its grip.
Can I
shoot it and it might lose its grip?
I'm going to take another swing.
Okay.
And if there's like something, I don't know, if there's, a called shot becomes a thing, but like,
no,
I'm going to swing at a hand that's holding onto the fuselage.
Fighting agility 2D, difficulty 2.
Fighting agility, difficulty 2. All right. How is our monument?
You have 4 momentum.
I think I will attempt to utilize 1. You said it was a difficulty 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. And the creature also has 2 successes, but it rolled lower than you.
Oh.
So your attack does not do anything.
My successes are more successful. No, its
successes were more successful than yours.
So we both have successes.
Yep, but his were lower than yours, so it's a tie. So you don't do anything. The creature pulls itself back in, and it suddenly you all feel. Let's see if I can do this right. Oh, let's see. I got 2 successes on this, and so everybody that is within close range, which is everybody but Rob, because he's up in the cockpit. Everybody within close range will need to take 1, 2, 3, 4 mental damage.
Oh no!
Unless you have, and any courage will reduce that. So Matthew, you won't take any damage because you have a courage of 6.
Okay.
But you all just feel this wave of tremendous fear sweep over you. Like this is the scariest thing that you have ever encountered, and it's terrifying you so much. Does that fill up your stress track, Brian?
Not quite.
Okay. That is the creature's turn. I will say if we were in a traditional Dungeons and Dragons thing, this creature looks like it's bloodied.
I would like to aim at it and then spend a salvo to change to make this a piercing attack, which I can do with my army of 1 talent.
Cool. Nice.
And I'll eat 1 momentum.
Okay.
For nice. 3 successes.
Very good. Very good. Okay. On your piercing, does it say how much goes through on piercing?
Yeah. So the way that piercing works is the attack ignores X resistance for each effect rolled. Each effect lets 1 point through, I guess.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll see if I even roll any of those. Damage dice roll for 5. Submit. Oh, lots of effects.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, so you really opened up on this one. I think you've 1, 2, 3, 4. You have hit this thing so hard that it actually is injured. The hand that it was that it used to swipe at Doc, you hit that thing and the whole hand just explodes off. That's how good you are.
Dang.
And the creature, this is the first time you hear the creature, make any kind of noise, and it's just like.
Wow. That is one wounded elephant.
Gross.
Yeah.
That was unpleasant.
Who would like to go next?
Are we back around?
Yeah, no, it's top of the round. Yeah. Remember, in this case, the creature's always going first.
Yeah, we go first, then creature goes
Right.
first, then we go first,
Yeah.
then creature goes first.
And since there's only one creature, once the creature goes, it's all you guys.
Crack
And
him on the head.
You're going to crack him on the head? Okay.
I'm going to crack him on the head. One more time. Because I'm so terrified. Our momentum is 3.
Yep.
I would like to utilize a momentum in the hopes that it will do something.
Okay.
2 successes.
3 successes because you got a 1.
Nice, which means we get a monument back.
Yep. And it only had 1 success. So you can, I believe, fisticuffs is just, are you hitting it with your fist or are you hitting it with the crowbar?
Crowbar. I am just
So
banging it
4d6 then. 4d6.
4d6. Yep, it does 46 damage.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So you hit it. I think it is so distracted by using its hand that it did not even feel that crowbar blow.
Stupid armor.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Yep.
All right, Brian, go for it. This may be your chance to save yourself.
I can try. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend just 1 momentum, I think.
Okay.
See how this goes.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and keep shooting at it. Just 1 success.
1 success. All right. So it shoots and it misses. The bullets ricochet off of one of the like the cross beams that make up the spine of the ship, and it goes pa-ching, and it hits a little gauge there in the cockpit.
Was it an important gauge?
I don't know. Blizko wasn't an important gauge.
Well, it wasn't a complication, so probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe yes.
We gotta save the important gauges for when we actually need to worry about complications.
Like
Right.
landing.
Oh, crap.
All right, Rob, what are you going to do?
Is there any way I can assist them from up here?
I mean, you could try, pitching left and right, shaking the plane left and right to see if that does anything, but it probably won't. It may create a complication or it may create a threat for the scene.
Yeah. I feel like doing anything other than trying to make sure the plane stays aloft is a bad plan.
Okay. All right. Then go ahead and do a piloting check.
Okay. Oh, we actually burnt through a lot of momentum this round, so I'm not going to use any.
2 successes.
Hey.
Very good.
3 successes.
What are you? Oh, 3 successes. All right. So what are you doing for piloting? Are you just maintaining, or what are you going to try to do here?
Do I even have a general idea of where we were in relation to where we were headed?
You were pointed towards Paris. There is a map on the console, and you are generally pointed in an easterly southeasterly direction. Or I'm sorry, west southwest direction. Sorry. So you're on target for Paris if you maintain this path.
I'm gonna maintain, and I'm gonna start trying to figure out the radio to see if I can contact someone, because I can't imagine us having a good landing here.
Okay. All right. Very good. Everyone's gone. Creature turn. The creature is very mad that it lost its hand, and it is going to swipe out at Dutch. So agility plus fighting, Rodrigo.
I'll steal a momentum.
Oh, okay.
3 successes and a complication.
3 successes and a complication. All right. Well, you certainly did better than the creature, so you are able to block its attack.
I kick it.
Yes, I believe you can, in an opposed, you can roll a 3d6.
Okay.
And see what happens.
2.
2 successes. Yeah. You kick it in its kneecaps, and I think you just made it angrier.
That's okay. It didn't make me perforated her, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely. You don't have any new holes in your body.
We'll call this one a draw.
Okay. All right. So now, who would like to go? This is top of the round. Everybody gets a chance to go. Creature is really looks like it's breathing pretty hard. Go for it, Valentino. You've been blasting this thing full of holes so far.
Go ahead, Brian. Spend your salvo.
A salvo,
so that you can get a little bit of extra damage on that, because you got to deal above its armor.
Yeah, I generally have been, and so if I do it one more time, I'll be empty.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
I will try. We're at 3 momentum. I will spend 1 momentum.
Okay.
Because I have a crap shooting target number. Oh, nope, only 1 success.
Ooh, 1 success. Yeah, you unfortunately miss the creature quite far, and again another hole appears on the side of the plane opposite from where you're at.
Say, you wouldn't happen to be better at hand-to-hand combat, would you?
No.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
All right. So that's Valentino down. Who's next?
Duck time.
All right.
Okay.
Crowbar again.
Well, the crowbar has just been kind of bouncing off its hide.
No, not the first time you hit it, and you did some damage. You just need to hit it hard enough.
Well, then I'll hit it hard.
Matthew, do you have any? Yeah, do you have any bonuses to, like? Do you have any brawn bonuses?
No, I have an insight bonus.
Okay, yeah, the inside one is for range. The brawn one is for melee. So, yeah, you're not dealing any extra damage to it.
I mean, I could grab a scalpel and stab it and use my medicine. That'd be right. Yeah. Coordination plus medicine, right?
No, it'd still be an agility plus fighting.
It would just be very stylish.
All right. Then I will once again crack it on the head.
All right. And I'm going to use one of my threat.
3 successes. 4 successes. I got 4 successes.
Oh, nice.
All right. You hit it. So you may roll 4d6.
You don't happen to have a like fighting focus, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
If I did,
you do not.
Oh, that gets us some momentum back, so that's good.
Yep. And the dommage das fois 4.
Yep. Wait. You certainly hit it.
Cow. Did it hurt him?
It did hurt. You felt like maybe part of the you hit it on its arm with the missing hand, and you could hear a bone break.
Bone break in.
Rodrigo or Blisco or Dutch?
Blisco or Dutch?
I'll go.
Okay.
We will use another salvo. So this is my second one, I think. To give it the piercing quality.
Okay. All right.
I'll spend 1 momentum because I feel like I have a good chance of hitting it.
All right.
So it's 3d20, less than 13, with some piercing sauce thrown on it. 2 successes.
All right. 2 successes is all you needed, and you can roll some damage.
So 4 for the gun, 1 for my bonus insight damage. Is it 3 in an effect?
Yep, 3 in an effect.
So 1 of those should pierce through at least.
It falls to its knees, but it is still alive.
Oh no.
Boo.
Blisco? Or did you already go? You didn't go yet, right? Okay.
I've been purposely waiting until the end of the rounds.
Okay.
After actually stabilizing the plane.
Okay.
There's no way I can actually fight this thing from here without endangering everybody else.
You said you were wanting to look for a radio, though.
Yeah, I was going to try and start, because we're going to have to contact whomever and explain the situation.
Okay. So why don't you do an insight plus observation to see if you can figure out where the radio might be.
All right. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
Okay. Yeah, it seems all right.
2 successes.
3 successes.
Yes, you can tell that there is definitely a radio, and it's attached to the head of the pilot, who is slumped to the side there.
Okay, well, that's a problem for once everyone can actually do something then.
All right. The creature is breathing really, really hard, but it's still very, very angry. It is going to do one more attack.
Okay.
It appears to want to scare all of you again, but for some reason it just doesn't have the willpower to do it. It's kind of hunched there on the floor, breathing really heavy. Still looks very dangerous, though.
Yeah. Just not preternaturally terrifying.
I probably wouldn't try to keep it alive.
Right.
So, who would like to go?
I'll go see if I can put it out of our misery.
Yeah, out of your misery, correct.
Yeah. I'll spend my third salvo.
Okay.
And I'll spend 1 momentum again.
Okay.
So I'll spend the salvo to make it piercing, spend 1 momentum, and 2 successes.
Very good. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. So that'll be 5.
Do you think you're going to put the gun right to its head, or are you going to just try to stay away?
I think basically what's been happening, because Dutch has gotten progressively more, progressively better at this, is that he actually started out doing his army training and just trying to ground himself and pointing and breathing. And then after a while, now he's rolling around with all the crates and stuff and just trying to shoot it however he can, cowboy style. So definitely this ends with Dutch probably at eye level to kneeling down at eye level to it and shooting it in the stomach, whether that does something or not.
It actually does.
There you go.
And it collapses on the floor dead. Doc.
Yes.
It is your turn.
It is my turn.
Pilot in the front of the plane that needs some attention.
Yep. Can I get there?
You can, and you can do a medicine check.
Medicine.
To see if you can stabilize.
Medicine plus coordination.
First aid is insight plus medicine. This would be if you're stabilizing the patient, you'll need to use coordination plus medicine difficulty 2.
Yep. And I can use my lifesaver talent, right?
You can. Read what the lifesaver talent does.
You reduce the difficulty of any medicine skill test to stabilize by 1. All right. So I must spend 1 fortune.
You have a fortune left?
I have a fortune left, yes.
Okay.
And I must make a coordination plus medicine test with a difficulty 3.
Difficulty of 2, because you've lowered it.
True. Good call.
And you said you're using a momentum on this?
I believe I will, yes.
Yeah, take a momentum.
Take some momentum. All right, so...
Wow, stabilizing people is hard in this game.
It is.
It is. And coordination, plus medicine. Oh. Wow, I'm good at this.
And you have first aid, so that will change your success range to 5 or less.
5 or less.
Yep. So you need to roll 3d20 less 15.
3d20 less 15.
3 successes. Very good. Very, very good. You get up to the pilot and you start to examine him, and you realize that the bullet that was originally fired up there creased his scalp really, really good. And the good thing is he's only knocked out. He's not dead, but he got knocked out from that bullet grazing his skull. And he's got a part on the other side now. But you could, if you want to do another medicine check, you could see if you have anything that might be able to revive him.
So I've revived him. Yeah, I'll do another medicine check.
Okay.
This time, do you know what my difficulty would be?
The difficulty of 2. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. First aid is only a D1. Insight plus medicine. Insight plus medicine for first aid.
And then I have a bonus damage on my insight.
That's only if you are doing damage.
Okay. So when would I do damage with my insight? Is that like
when you're shooting at something?
Shooting. Got it. Okay. So I can't have bonus damage on my healing.
Nope, because you're not rolling any D6s.
Yeah, no damage roll.
All right. So I am going to hold off on momentum because it's a 1 success. And I get the 1 success.
3 successes.
3 successes. Woohoo.
Yep. Yeah, so you reach into your bag and you pull out some smelling salts and you stick it underneath the pilot's nose. He's oh, what happened? What happened? And he's kind of pushing people away because he doesn't know what's going on.
You took a bullet. You're all right. I need you to land this plane.
He starts to stand up and he is super woozy. I don't think I can. I don't think you can tell he's having trouble focusing.
Mm-hmm. Sit down. All right. Can you assist our colleague in landing? Can you give him any type of assistance?
He looks at Blisco. Have you ever flown a plane before?
Kinda.
Have you? And he's holding his head where it's bloody and everything from where the bullet grazed him. Have you ever landed a plane before?
No, but I understand the mechanics behind it.
He pushes a button on his neck. Airbase 2, this is Flight 2716. I've got an injury and we need to come into a landing. Unskilled pilot at the controls. Over.
Hey.
I mean, you didn't really give him a definitive answer, so he's just making that assumption. And he hears something back, and then he presses on his neck button again. Yes, understood. Over. We'll be coming in, and he looks at his map really quickly. He's trying to focus on the map. He kind of looks out at the sky, looks at some of the gauges. He's moving his face closer and away from the gauges, trying to focus. Presses the button on his neck again. We should be landing in 20 minutes. And then he starts telling you what buttons to flip. Push that button to lower the landing gear, and you'll need to throttle back. We're going a little bit too hot. Better to get the landing gear down now. So why don't you do one more piloting check, Rob?
Still 2 difficulty?
Yes.
And I'll spend a momentum.
Okay.
Oh,
2
that's
successes. 4 successes. Wow. You guys spend successes and do great. Yeah, so you are very confident now that you will be able to land this plane with the help of the pilot.
I just want to say we're all counting on you, and good luck.
Valentino, what about you? You are pretty beat up.
I feel like Valentino probably spent a little bit of time like screaming and still pulling the trigger of his gun despite being empty.
Uh-huh.
And when finally things quiet down enough that he relaxes, I think he just kind of like slumps to the ground and looks at that thing and kind of like kicks it away and passes out in exhaustion.
Okay. Doc, there's another injured member of your party.
I start providing aid.
All right. So you have no injuries, correct, Brian? Your stress track isn't filled?
It's not filled, no.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Matthew, you may start to administer first aid. Okay. Every success will remove 1 point of physical damage to him.
Okay. So just the same as what I just did, correct?
Insight plus medicine, D1.
Okay.
Every success will be 1 point of physical damage, physical stress.
Yep. Very good.
And I ain't got that much physical stress, so I wouldn't necessarily burn too many resources.
1 success.
All right. So you heal 1 physical stress. You bandage him up best you can. You look into Valentino's eyes, even though he's almost passed out. Or have you passed out, Valentino?
I think, yeah, probably.
Okay.
I could probably be roused, but
okay, you're gonna do the eye check. So you open up one of his eyes, and his eyes are just rapidly like wiggling all over the place. Like this is not somebody who's asleep. This is somebody that is experiencing some amount of terror.
Okay.
So it may be best at this point to just keep him stable.
Yep. Probably just going to leave him in his semi-catatonic state for now.
That is fine.
Just try and get him to a place where he will be safe. If there's a way to maybe secure him.
I would probably move him away from the big gaping hole in the side of the plane.
Yep. Is there a way, like anything that I can use?
Sure. I mean, there's straps. I mean, there's straps. There's just no netting. So you can like strap him down.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a first aid thingy in there. So I'm sure there's like one of those portable, not cots, but what are the things that they carry patients on?
Yeah, gurneys.
Yeah, it's like a portable one, the canvas one with two wooden handles. You can lay him down on that.
What do they call those? They call them something.
They call them something medical.
Yeah, something medical.
Yeah.
I tie him to something medical.
All right. And Dutch, what are you doing during this entire time?
Dutch will find a big tarp.
Okay.
Throw it over the critter.
All right.
Sort of like tuck it a little bit under the critter and then sort of pull it away from the hole in the
Oh, so you're dragging. Okay, you're dragging it.
Like dragging it.
Okay, so do an agility, or I'm sorry, a brawn plus athletics check.
Plus
D1.
athletics. That's less than 10, so it's not great. But I get 1 success.
That's all you need. So you are able to drag it away from the opening, probably towards the middle of the plane, because it is very heavy. And even though this is a big plane, if you can center or balance out the weight in the plane, that will help Blisco land the plane more easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once he's pulled it away, he'll look over to see that like nobody's like dying.
Right.
Yeah, you see Valentino kind of laying there, and Doc's looking at him, but Doc kind of also looks a little bit lost. Maybe he's fixed the physical stuff, but not the trauma or the terror.
Yeah, I mean, Dutch got hit pretty good with that, so he's gonna once he's dragged the creature over, he's just going to like sit on a crate and just kind of like stare off for a while.
Okay. What the heck is this thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Some time passes. Doc is stabilizing Valentino. The creature is dead in the middle of the plane. Dutch is just, trying to gather his thoughts. And you can all feel the plane starting to descend and starting to descend and starting to descend. And you can hear the engines cut back on their power. Rob, let's have Blisco describe the landing, and we need one more piloting check from you. D2. I'm going to use my last threat. I'm going to make this a D3.
Oh,
we'll use 3 momentum then.
All right.
Meanie.
We've got a decent chunk right now, so I'm not.
You can see the runway in front of you. It's lit up as best they can. You can see that there are at the end of the runway there are some what look like medical vehicles and an emergency vehicle like a fire truck or something down at the end of the runway. So describe the landing and how whether you succeed or not.
Okay, hold on. I'm double checking my talent Born to Drive because it lets me reduce difficulty, but it increases the complication range.
increases the complication ranges for so remember complication, this would be a D3, so your
So it's already
complication
a
range would be
17.
18, 19, 20
18.
is what it's at 9 right now. So your complication range would go to 17, but you lower the difficulty to a D2.
Complications.
I mean, your piloting is really good. So
Yeah, I feel like just spending the momentum spending the 3 momentums to get the extra dice is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to use your Born to Drive?
I am not.
Oh, come on, Rob. This could be your big moment.
I mean, you're probably going to die in the next episode. Complicate. Do it, Rob.
All right, fine. We'll just spend 2 momentum to decrease it by 2 instead then.
Okay.
So it's only a difficulty 1, but the complication range is now 16 to 20?
Well, it was a D3, right? So you're going to, you spend 3 momentum to give you the extra dice. And then you're spending another momentum to...
Oh, no, I'm not spending the 3 momentum to give me any extra dice.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm going to make it so if it's a failure, it's a complication.
Okay.
That sounds great. Why don't we all have talents like that?
Because...
Hey, 2 successes.
Which means to get a momentum back.
You do get a momentum back. So describe your landing for me. The pilot's like, steady, boy. Steady.
Yeah, basically, I'm doing... my
Slow it
thing
down.
as I know how to do it from the planes that I've actually seen and worked with, and the pilot's telling me things, and I'm trying to Blisco's trying to translate it to what he knows from what he's seen, and every once in a while he'll flip something, and the pilot will be like, "No, flip that back," and they say we'll do a big old bounce when we hit the ground first time because we didn't quite get down fast enough, but
yep, you come down hard and bounce, boing,
bounce, and then after the bounce, it's a nice smooth land, and all right,
come back down again. You throw the engines in reverse to slow it down, and you guys start slowing. You're pressing on the brake. The pilot's helping you press on the brake, and you skid right to the end of the runway, right where the emergency crew is. The pilot flips off the engine. And he says, "Well, that was landing for sure. Good job, boy." And he kind of pats you on the shoulder, and then he passes out.
Any landing you walk away from, right, guys?
Right.
Well, nobody's walking away yet. The emergency crews rush over to the plane. They throw open the door in the back. They're all climbing in. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? One of them rushes to the cockpit where the pilot is at. Another one follows close behind, and they're starting to drag him out. And one of the people in charge, I don't know what their title would be, but a person in charge gets into the plane. What happened here?
Hey,
what happened here?
Yeah, at this point, especially after that big bump, Dutch is back with it.
Okay.
He has in fact taken out a comb and is combing his hair. Hey, I'll check his rank.
Yeah, it says high ranking.
Hey, we've got a bit of a confidential situation here. I need to speak with somebody at least this rank.
Yeah, this is me. I'm the highest one on the base.
All right. I'll pull him over and be like, "So are you familiar with Section M?"
No.
Okay. Well, I need you to get me someone who is.
What is this thing? And he starts to lift up the tarp and he throws it back.
I'll let him.
And he sees the creature there. Blimey. Didn't think I'd see one of these. It's a baby, too.
It's a baby?
Throws the... Yeah, it's
a baby what?
Gremlin. He throws the tarp back over to... Let's get this out of here. I've heard people talk about the gremlins. Didn't think I would see one. But a couple of other of our pilots have encountered these in the past.
All right.
Much bigger than this, though. So I think it's a baby.
How much bigger?
Oh, probably twice as big.
Okay, good to know.
Rip the engine clean off one of the other planes.
All right.
Hey, what's
good.
he points
Horrifying.
down at Valentino. What's wrong with him?
He had words with the gremlin, and he's trying to process them.
And then he whistles, yeah, medical. And the medical guys get on. They rush over to Valentino. They pick him up in the little carry-all, and they're like, "We need to get you all to medical." And they take you all to medical.
Oh, good.
Even everybody. And they're going to look at your wounds. They're going to patch you up where they can. They think it's probably best that you stay on base overnight for observation, if you guys want to do that.
Sure.
All right. So you can clear off all of your stress.
Yeah.
I was going to say, sounds like a hot meal.
Yeah. Hot meal, warm bed, cute nurses, and you get a clear off. And you get the best thing about this is you all get to sleep. Again, even though you're able to sleep and get the rest that you need, your dreams are filled with crawling fungus and dripping, oozing, bloody things, and some winged monstrosity with talons and tentacles. Every one of you is having the exact same dream. Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Steven Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I am planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. This week, we didn't have any named NPCs, so no shoutouts to our associate producers this week, but next week, we'll feature a lot of surprises, and more than a few of our wonderful patrons will become NPCs in this game. You want your name to appear as one of these NPCs in future episodes, all you need to do is become an associate producer at patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com, and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2023 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.